Hello everyone, it's DiegoDoom here. Today I'm bringing another review. Today I'll be reviewing Max Factory Biofighter Collection Release number 12, Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis. Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis comes from the 1985 manga, Bio Booster Armor Guyver. During the events of Mount Minakami, Proto-Zoalord Murakami is killed by Zoalord Gyuot, who later dies at the hands of Archonphile. After Gyuot's defeat and removal of his Zoa crystal, Archonphile notices Murakami's body. Murakami is taken back to Kronos, reprocessed and given Zoalord Gyuot's Zoa crystal. After reprocessing, Murakami emerges a full Zoalord, far more powerful than his previous form. Murakami is now known as Imakarum Mirabilis and is only loyal to Archonphile. If y'all have not done so already, definitely take a look at the 1985 manga, Bio Booster Armor Guyver. It is simply fantastic. Furthermore, Imakarum Mirabilis is not featured in any of the animated adaptations, so to get the full scope of this character, you must read the manga. But, nonetheless, Max Factory Biofighter Collection Release number 12, Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis, is another fantastic release in the Biofighter Collection. Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a fantastic range of articulation. So first, let's take a look at Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis' accessories. Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis comes with a pair of open hands, a pair of chopping hands, a pair of gripping hands, one Murakami head, one set of royal armor, and one stand. So first, let's take a look at the chopping hands. The chopping hands have a fantastic sculpt and fantastic paint applications going on. As you can see, a very nice vibrant pearl white, a very nice humanoid sculpt, so very nicely done there. The next pair of hands are the open hands. Same great sculpt, same great paint applications going on, so definitely very cool. The final pair of hands are the gripping hands. Again, same great sculpt, same great paint applications going on, so definitely very cool. How's the attached to our ball joint peg system? So we'll grab our figure, pop the fist right off, put on our new hand, and that's it. So definitely very cool there. The next accessory is the Murakami head. The Murakami head has a fantastic sculpt and fantastic paint applications going on. So you can see, very nicely done here. Definitely very cool. We have the signature sunglasses, but also we can pop the sunglasses off to reveal the golden Zoalord eyes. So definitely very cool here. Now to attach this, we remove the existing head. All we have to do, pop this head right on off like so, and put on our new Murakami head. So definitely very cool here. Very nicely done. Now this looks best with the royal armor equipped, so we'll get into that in just a little bit. So the next accessory is the royal armor itself. So each individual piece is very nicely done here. So we'll start with one of the legs. A very nice vibrant gold metallic paint app going on. So definitely very cool. A very accurate sculpt. So very nice. And the foot is articulated. So very nicely done there. The next accessory is the forearm here. Definitely very cool. Very nice sculpt indeed. We'll kind of focus that again. Very nice. The shoulder piece. Very nicely done. And then finally, the chest piece. So all these pieces are absolutely fantastic. Now, to equip this is a very unique scenario here. So as you can see, we're actually going to be equipping body parts. So we have to do our figure. We're going to have to strip it down to its bare base. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop off these legs here, like so. It's pretty strange at first. Pop off these forearms here, okay? And we're going to grab this other forearm like so. Pop that right off too. Then for the chest area here, we have to pull up this piece, remove this collar piece around here. So pop that right on off. It's pretty cool. Push out the ball joint peg piece here, so we'll push it right on out, like so. Put that down into the chest yet again, and there we have it. So we have this very bare base to equip the armor. Also pop up the shoulder pieces, so there we go, and there we go. So let's get to snapping this armor together. First, we'll start with the chest piece here. So all you have to do, kind of wrap it around in place here, like so. So it's pretty simple. We get these arms out of the way. Get that on. And then in the back here with the chest piece, you'll see this peg actually hooks into the back of the chest piece. So we'll hook that on as best we can. And then we'll kind of try and press that down. And it kind of finds itself. And then connect the pegs here at the top. So get that in like so. So there we have that. So pretty cool there. We'll grab our shoulder piece here. Slot that right on in. Very nice there. For the forearm piece, first we need to remove this cap here, so pop that right off. Grab one of our spike pieces here, if I can find that. And all I have to do, peg that in like so. There we have that. Put it in, and there we have that into the forearm. Now be careful with the forearm piece because it does move around quite a bit. So very nice there. So we can see it's coming together. We'll grab one of our legs, peg the leg into the hole here, push that in, and get it in as best you can, because if you do not, this figure will become unstable when standing. So there we have that. So now you have the basic gist of how this armor equips. So give me one moment, we'll go ahead and equip the rest of the royal armor and take a look at the stand. So now we have Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis with the full royal armor set equipped and the stand. First, let's take a look at the stand. The stand is the same great stand as always, so we have a very nice flat black matte finish with the Bio Booster Armor Guyver logo inset into the stand with a glossy finish. The top of the stand is articulated as well, so very nicely done there. But the main event is Imakarum Mirabilis with the royal armor set equipped. This looks absolutely fantastic and simply stunning, so we'll focus that. Very nicely done indeed. It represents Imakarum very well from the manga. Definitely very cool. We'll go ahead and put him on the stand. So as far as the stand's concerned, this stand is a lot more loose fitting, so this time around we don't have to worry about rubbing paint off for the size of our figures. So we'll go ahead and put this on. So there we go there. Nice and safe and snug. We'll spin that all the way around like so. Push it way back. And now Imakarum sits safely on the stand. So it's very nicely done there. So now we have the accessories out of the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis figure itself. Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, and a fantastic range of articulation. So first start with the articulation in the head. So we can look left, we can look right, very high up, very far down. We have a very nice 360 rotation going on the shoulders here. The shoulder pads are articulated very nicely so they don't hinder the movement of the arms. The arms come out about 90 degrees, so very cool there. There is an upper bicep swivel going on, so very nicely done there. In the elbows here, double jointed elbows, so pretty cool there. The fists are on ball joint pegs, as we all know, so we can spin these around and tilt these freely. In the upper chest, we can lean back pretty far and tilt forward just a little bit. The waist turns side to side, so very cool there. The legs kick out pretty far forward, a little ways back, but significantly out to the side, so pretty cool there. There is a thigh swivel, single jointed knees, so pretty cool there. And then the toes are actually articulated on the feet, so definitely very cool. A very nicely articulated figure. This is absolutely fantastic here. Now, in terms of sculpt and paint applications, this figure is absolutely spot on and an absolutely fantastic representation of Imakarum Mirabilis. So definitely very cool. Very nice vibrant pearl white here. Very cool. Very nice red compound gravity orbs and a very nice green compound Zoa crystal. So this is absolutely fantastic. Very nicely done in every aspect here. Definitely an amazing piece here. Simply stunning. I really do enjoy this figure, and I'm so glad to have this figure in my collection. Definitely very cool. So, now that we have the Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis figure out of the way, let's do a very quick size comparison. To do a very quick size comparison, we have Guyver Gigantic, Guyver 1, and Proto-Zoalord Murakami with the Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis figure. All four figures look absolutely fantastic. As you can tell, Proto-Zoalord Murakami looks significantly different from Imakarum Mirabilis, so it's definitely very cool there. In terms of scaling, in the manga, it did seem that Imakarum Mirabilis is as tall as Guyver Gigantic, but it didn't seem like he was that much taller than Guyver 1, so I'm not exactly sure of the scaling issue there, but at the end of the day, I'm not worried about it because I'm more than happy to have all four of these figures before me. So, now we have the size comparison out of the way, let's go ahead and conclude this review. To conclude the review, Max Factory Biofighter Collection Release number 12, Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis is another fantastic release in the Biofighter Collection. Zoalord Imakarum Mirabilis has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a fantastic range of articulation. This figure is definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. I absolutely recommend that everyone picks this figure up. Now, do be warned, this is perhaps the most rare figure in the Biofighter collection, so do be prepared to pay a very high premium price for this figure. Also, even done so already, definitely take a look at the 1985 manga, Bio Booster Armor Guyver. It is simply fantastic. But furthermore, you must read the manga to get the full scope of this character. This has been another review by DiegoDoom. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe.